What a first half of basketball by the Leopards as they lead this one by a 37-17 score. This is the Coke Zero halftime report. Promise never to settle unless it's into a lawn chair with Coke Zero. Dan Mowdy has settled in next to Levi Giese, civil engineering major, class of 2013, and an outstanding Leopard basketball player. Here's Dan.
All right, thanks a lot, Gary. Hey, talking basketball, Danielle Fiacco, of course, one of the leading shot blockers in the country, tops in the Patriot League. We've got the #2 shot blocker in the Patriot League in Levi Giese, senior captain of the Lafayette men's team, but he does so much more, not just on the court, but also in the classroom and outside the classroom, as we're finding out here. Levi, welcome to the Lafayette Sports Network.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great season for you and the Leopards so far, but let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you've been up to here on campus and off campus. I understand that one of the classes that you are involved with is actually putting plans together for the new bookstore here at Lafayette. What are some of the considerations that go into such a lofty plan?
Well, taking our class, we have a lot of different fields of disciplines in civil engineering, and they've split the class up, and each section of the class is working on like utilities, the environmental side, the geotechnical side, the structure side, and so it's a great way for each student to kind of get an example of what the workplace is going to be like, and putting their designs together and joining them up with the other disciplines and putting together a quality project.
Do they still call it CAD? I mean, the overlays and everything you can do in digital form, that's got to be amazing.
Yeah, they use a project. They use a program now called AutoCAD, so it's still the same thing.
High-tech stuff for sure. And what will it be like, do you think, now that you're a senior, to come back and actually be able to walk into a place that you saw digitized on computer?
Well, I don't know how much they're going to use of our plans. So, but you know, it's been a project that they've used in the past, and so the last year's group had worked on the same project, and so most of what we're doing is we're building off of what they've done. So, you know, I mean, if they use it, it'll be fun to walk back and see what it looks like, come back and see what it looks like.
Another one of the many hands-on, real-life projects that you had was building a span, a bridge, designed out of steel. That's got to be an interesting challenge.
It was. We learned a lot. We learned how to weld and other things, part of the program. So, you know, it was a good project because you had to meet a lot of certain requirements that you don't usually think about, and putting it together and then finally doing the load testing is a big deal. You know, everybody comes back from and watches and sees how it goes. So.
Now, this is an actual prototype. So you're putting together the bridge in miniature out of steel?
Yes.
And how big are we talking?
15-foot span, so it's pretty big. I think our group took a picture of everybody sitting on it. So
I was going to say, that's one way to test the stress, I guess. Good job there. Talk about the preschool playground that you were involved in building.
This summer, I work for my church, and my church has they built a new building for their preschool, and they needed to either move the existing playground that they had or just build a new one. And so what we did was we put together a kind of an environmental friendly playground. Instead of, you know, rising structures and stuff, we just had hills sloped and slides coming down off the hills, and we used recycled tires and stuff like that they kind of put me in charge of it and said, hey, go have fun with it. So it was a lot of fun.
In your 4 years, Lafayette's afforded you a lot of great opportunities, and through basketball, you got to see a little bit of Europe last spring.
Yes. It's one of those things, like, you know, coming in, because basketball stretches over both semesters, you're not going to have a chance to go study abroad, which is one of the big features that Lafayette offers. But we got a chance to go overseas with basketball, and that really was a special occasion.
Civil engineering certainly near and dear to your heart, as is basketball. You don't spend much time on this bench these days. You're doing a great job here in your senior year, but what does the future hold for Levi Giese, and how has Lafayette helped you prepare for that future?
I'm not sure yet. You know, I was kind of wanted to put it off a little bit until after the season, but hopefully maybe I won't be done with basketball when the season's over. But if it's my time to end, then hopefully I can move back to the Midwest and move closer to my family.
And Gary, you're right. Thankfully, Levi sat down for this interview today, or else my arm would be straining right about now. And a tall guy with a great outside shot could be European-bound in his basketball talents before he gets started with that civil engineering career. Now back to you guys. Thanks, Levi.
Well, Dan, at the very worst, he can build some bridges in Europe. Great job, Levi Giese. When we come back, we'll see what kind of great job John Leone can do. Stay with us.